we are back in open session. We have a couple motions that we need to take care of. First off is salary for administration.
I move that we approve the salary for the administration as presented.
Thank you, Gina. Is there a second? Thank you, John. Motion by Gina, seconded by John, that USD 298 Board of Education approve the salary increases for the administration as presented for the 2021 school year. Any discussion? All in favor? 5-0. Okay, and then we have classified staff.
Also move that we approve the salaries for the classified staffs as presented.
I'll second.
Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Deb. Motion by TJ, seconded by Deb, the USD 298 Board of Education approve the classified wages as presented for the 2021 fiscal year. Any discussion? All in favor? 5-0. Okay. Next we have a district vehicle discussion. Mr. Grimshaw.
So as we're looking at our vehicle fleet, we have one that is particularly aging out, and that's Suburban. And what I would like to ask your permission is to research a minivan for transportation. The majority of this expense would be paid for with remaining spark money, with some additional funds added in from our gifts and grants account. In order to do that, I think we need some more reliable transportation. We are delivering meals to remote and quarantine students that are in need of that. And also, as we transport students under the Spark regulations, if you will, having vehicles where you can keep less kids in a vehicle is part of the expense that is allowed. So this would allow us to get a vehicle much more dependable, and the majority of it would be paid for as a COVID-related expense with meals and student transportation. I would have to ask that you make a motion to suspend the procurement procedure for this particular project, as this needs to happen before December 30th, if I can get it done. But it just kind of came to my attention today, and I wanted to share that with you and see if there was board support for that move.
I would say if we could replace that vehicle and not have to incur the cost or the majority of the cost ourselves, we should do that.
Yeah, I agree with that. If we can use that.
I mean, that Suburban's been nothing but trouble.
Like everything else, it's getting lots of miles on it.
Yeah, get more out of it, you know, so.
I know this has been a discussion in the past to replace the Suburban because we were having issues with it and it hasn't aged. And I know currently with the social distancing that we have to abide by, driving those big buses is not financially economical, and I think to have another small vehicle that would be utilized for that would be a benefit for the district. A better reliable one.
And these new minivans with the double sliding doors, they're much more accessible for littles, for car seats when we're transporting preschool kids and trying to keep them separate. They're not crawling over each other trying to get in the back of the vehicle. So I would just ask for your support on that.
Okay. Any more discussion? Be nice if the Suburban would be affordable. They're just way out there. No more discussion? Do we have a motion that we need to proceed with this, or where are we going with it?
I really need two motions. One to suspend the board's procurement policy for this specific transaction, and a second one, an authorization to negotiate up to a dollar amount that you think,
How much are you thinking?
$20,000,
20, okay.
in two separate motions, then at least I can pursue it. And I'm not promising I can get it done by the 30th, but I think it's worth putting some effort into.
Well, I can make the motion that we omit the procurement plan at this point. The dollar amount of the 20,000. And I also would recommend for the board, I would bring up revisiting the dollar amount of the procurement plan at the next board meeting. To revisit, yeah, as far as the procurement plan we currently have with a $5,000 limit, I'd like to revisit that we are changing that dollar amount.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, John. Motion by TJ, seconded by John, that USD 298 Board of Education allow Mr. Crenshaw to forego the district procurement policy plan as we look for a different vehicle, and we would like to visit that at the next board meeting. Correct, TJ? Is that how you wanted it?
Well, as part of the procurement plan.
Correct, the procurement, correct. Revisit the procurement plan, there we go, at the next board meeting. Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, 5-0. Okay. And then we need to authorize him to negotiate
Up to 20.
up to $20. That's good for the vehicle.
I would move that we authorize Mr. Crenshaw to spend up to $20,000 utilizing the Spark money and gifts and grants to purchase a vehicle.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Gina. Okay, motion by Deb, seconded by Gina, to authorize Mr. Crenshaw to negotiate the purchase of a minivan for up to $20,000 using the Spark funds and the gifts and grants funds to make up the difference. Any discussion? All in favor? 5-0. Okay, with that, I need a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Thank you, Gina.
I'll second.
Thank you, John.
John.
Motion by Gina, seconded by John, that the meeting be adjourned. Or any discussion, sorry. All in favor? 5-0.